Welcome back to Get a Clue about something new, a new game. I was going to talk about a game called Labyrinth until I went and did a little research and found out that right at this moment it's very difficult to find at a reasonable price. So, I mean, eBay has people selling it, but yeah, the only copy of it that could be the normal version would have to be sent from England for some reason. It must be currently out of print, and so it'll get reprinted. It came out in 1986 and keeps on getting reprinted. So I'll talk about that at another time. But I decided to pick another game that is similar in that it's tile laying. Uh, the movement that you do is laying tiles primarily. So today we're going to look at a game called Tsuro. 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 There are 3 Tsuros out there. This is the original. Came out in 2004, so it is again 17 years old. Tsuro. There's another one, Tsuro of the Sea, that adds dragons to it. Imagine this actually does not have dragons in the actual gameplay, but it's a cool, incredible artwork. But Tsuro of the Seas adds dragons that can get you in the game. And apparently they've just come out with a new one more recently, Rising Phoenix. And I am not talking about that one. First of all, I have not played that one. I have played the one with the dragons. My cousin has that one. But the Rising Phoenix one, I was just on the phone with friends that had played it last week, and it did not go over well with the players. So we're sticking to the original Tsuro. Now, let's get a clue about Tsuro. C for components. Well, when you open the box, the first thing you're going to see is this beautiful sheet that has no purpose except to be beautiful. Just gorgeous. And behind that, you'll find this, which is the rule book. It's just, the artwork is just phenomenal. It's gorgeous. Yeah. And behind that, sorry, I'm just getting real close to you, is a book about the company, the publisher, and some of their other games, just so that you know, including the sort of the Seas, with the one with the dragons. That's this one. Okay, so you see that, and then from there you get to the board. And the board is folded in 4s. Let me unfold it. And again, the artwork continues. It continues. Look at this. Okay, I want to put this here because I see the face up there. So there you have, this is the board. Okay? It does look different, doesn't it? And a little unique. Now inside there are, let me see how many there are. There are 35, I'm going to put this down for a moment, 35 different tiles, and they're all a little different. This is just a sample. Each one will have 8 paths, 2 on each side. But some will go this way, some will go this straight, curved, U-turn. There's some squigglies, and there's some straight lines. It's like there's so many different patterns of these tiles. And basically the game is going to have you, when it's your turn, place a tile. Okay? Place a tile, and I'm going to let that side go down. And another component is, let me pull one out because I thought I had pulled one out, but apparently I put it back in. Each player has one of these. Now look at that. Look at that beautiful dragon. So at the beginning of the game, you're going to place your person, dragon, whatever, at the edge of the grid. You're going to put the tile, and when it's your turn, you're going to put the tile and you're going to follow the path that it is. And the next turn, you're going to add another tile in front and you're going to follow that path. That's the game. That's basically the game. The way you win is you're the last one left on the board, because if you take a path that takes you off the board, you died. You fell off the edge of the earth, the flat earth. And you just keep on taking turns. Now, the game says it's good for 2 to 8 players. I see 8 and I go, chaos, chaos. I mean, yes, there are 8 of these beautiful place pieces, the tokens, but 8 players. I have played it with 4, and that can get chaotic with 4, but 8 would be, wow. I first of all, you wouldn't last. The game would be short because people would be dying left and right away, because there's so many tiles going down, so many people, and you have to if a tile gets put in front of yours, it doesn't matter who put the tile there. If it's the path is there, you're going to have to follow that path, and if that path takes you off the board, you're off. You're done. So it can be a quick game. Now, they do say 15 to 20 minutes, and truthfully, yeah, about 20 minutes. With learning, maybe 30 the first time, but it really is a quick game. You're just putting down a tile, following the path. If somebody else puts a tile down in front of you, you have to follow that path, even when it's not your turn. You follow the path, and if it takes you off the board, it takes you off the board, and you're done. The only other object in the box component is this dragon tile, which is given if all 35 of these tiles, pathway tiles, have been taken from the pile that you grab from at the end of your turn, because your turn is you put down a pile, you follow tile, you follow the path, and you pick up a new tile to replace the one that you've used. And you usually have, I believe, because I'm not teaching the game, I believe it's 3 to choose from at all times, and then you have to use one of those that you have in your hand. So those are the components. Beautiful artwork, the board, the pieces, the moving pieces, the 35 path tiles, and the dragon tile goes to, if that stack runs out, and it's your turn to take one, well, you take the dragon tile and keep it in front of you, and when somebody falls off the board, all their tiles their leftover hand tiles get put into the discard pile, and now that becomes one that you can draw from, and you turn the dragon back in. That's all that is. So those are the components. Length, again, I already talked about it. About 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, maybe 30 when you're learning it the first time. And it's a quick game, and once you've learned it, you can do it and play it. Like I say, 8 players would be wow, but with the right people, you can have a lot of fun. And it's like cutthroat. You could be kind or cutthroat and put one tile down that will move you good, but somebody off the board. It's like it's so much fun. Uniqueness. What other games are there that you would put a tile down on of? I mean, dominoes, those are, nice little plastic, tiles. But This is just, actually, if I had been able to show you Labyrinth, these are about the size of the Labyrinth tiles. But yeah, no, but if you have played Labyrinth, Tsuro is a good next step for you. So Uniqueness, I don't really know of any other game that's much like it, but it is a very simple thing. This board is, let me count the squares, it's just 6 squares by 6 squares. So you can only have 35 spots available on the board. There are 36 spots. There are 35 tiles. So you're never going to fill that whole thing before you get down to the last person alive. But Uniqueness, I mean, yes, there's some gotcha that you could do. You can play nice. If you're playing with kids and you want to play nice, you can play nice. If you're playing with your arch enemy and you want to be dastardly, then you can play gotcha and kind of like sorry, or let's just say that gotcha, let's compare that to sorry, as in, oh well, I just made you go off, you lost, I won. Yeah, gotcha. And ease, I'm trying to choose things that are easier in this category. So easy to teach, easy to learn, easy to play. It really, again, my cue for how complicated is this game is, these are the rules. That's it. Oops, I just dropped the rules. When the rules are that little, those few, that's a pretty good way of measuring how complicated this game is. It's not complicated. So it is easy to learn, teach, play. When it comes to easy to find, I did double check. And it is available online. And it is definitely available. It is 17 years old, like I said, but it is available. Easy on the pocketbook, the artwork and the components, the quality of the components, and the variety of them, and the fact that you can actually have a game that plays 8 people. They're few and far between. There's not a lot of games where you can play 8 people. The cost of the game on that online store that starts with an A is currently $40, and that's about right for it. It's a high quality game. It's not some cheap thin plastic. It's a good quality. It will hold up. It will definitely hold up. Beautiful artwork. It's gorgeous. So ease on pocketbook, let's call it medium. You're getting your money's worth, but you're going to pay around $40. Okay. You might be able to find a secondhand one on eBay or on Board Game Geek, which is a website that talks about everything about games. It has all the information about every other game. That's where I go to find out, what year did this come out? It's like, is anyone selling this? What are people's reviews on this? Yeah, so I kind of go to that location, boardgamegeek.com. But yeah, so components, length, uniqueness, and ease. There you have it. Get a clue and get a new game. Tsuro. The game of the path. You're following the path. God bless you. See you next time. Bye.